Trading Spaces is a mobile app that allows two neighbors to share parking spaces with one another. So here's how it works. So say that John and Sally live at the same apartment complex. Sally wants to have a guest over for the weekend, and John lives at the apartment complex. John wants to offer his parking space to Sally so that she can reserve it and so that she has a space for her guest to park at. So here's what John's going to do. John will open the Trading Spaces app and log in. So once John logs in, he can go to the offers page and he can offer a space to Sally. In this case, John only owns space 19, so he's going to offer space 19 and then select the dates that he'd like to offer it for. So say he'd like to offer it between Wednesday, April 18th, or it's the weekend. So how about Friday, April 20th until Sunday, April 22nd at midnight. How about that? All right, so offering it from 6:50 p.m. on April 20th, Friday, April 20th, until 12 a.m. on Sunday, April 22nd. Now John will make that offer. So now John's offering the space to anybody who's at this specific apartment complex. Everyone's user accounts are specific to the apartment complex or the condo or this specific property. And so know that you can't share spaces with anybody. You can only share them with people who live at your property, and that's by design. And so now imagine we're Sally. And so John's offered this space 19 from Friday to Sunday. Sally will come in here and try to reserve a space. So here's the calendar. Sally will say, okay, I need a space between, I need it from the 20th to the 22nd. So you'll come in here and look, and oh look, what our app does, it matches any spaces that are being offered with what Sally asked to reserve. So in this case, it looked and said, okay, there is a space offered this weekend between Friday and Sunday. Now Sally's going to hit reserve, and just like that, she has reserved this space from John. And so when John comes back into the app, he can look, and this is the offers page. John can look and see that space 19 is now reserved. For example, if John forgot which space he offered, he could come in here to settings. He could hit my spaces, and it shows that he owns space 19. And so this is how the Trading Spaces parking app works. It's that simple. Anyone in an apartment complex who owns a space can offer it, and then anyone else at that apartment complex or a guest can come in and reserve that space so that neighbors have a secure system to share parking spaces with one another. But what happens if you request a space and there's no spaces available? Well, let's try it. So here we're going to go create a new reservation. We'll try to reserve one between April 23rd and 25th. We'll hit next, and whoops, says it looks like there aren't any spaces available. Would you like to request one? And so we'll go ahead and hit request a space. Here we can actually pick the dates we'd like to request it from. So I completely forgot what I picked. April? Oh, it's already there. April 23rd to April 25th. Let's go ahead and request this. It's sending the request now. And what this does is it's going to notify all of the spot owners. And whenever a space becomes available, it'll send a notification out that a new space is now available. Trading Spaces also supports notifications so that users know when important events happen inside the app. So for example, when a new space is offered, users will get this notification inside the app. Space 15 is now available. Claim it before someone else does. When a reservation is canceled, so if you've offered a space and the person who reserved it canceled it, you'll get a cancel reservation notification. When a new space is reserved, you'll get this space reserve notification down here to let you know that certain important events have happened within the app. So you can stay up to date and know when your space has been offered, or if you're looking for a space, you'll also know when a new space has been offered. In addition to the Trading Spaces mobile app, Trading Spaces also supports an admin portal so that the property manager or whoever's in charge of the property can manage who owns what space. So say that John lives in an apartment there and he moves out, that John's parking space can be updated so that it now belongs to its new owner. So here we are in the Trading Spaces admin portal, and I'm going to log in to this property. Okay, now when I log in, here's a list of all of the people who live or who own spaces at this property. So we can see first name, last name. Here's their email so we can contact them if we need to. And then here is the spot that they own. Now this is important because this data is actually linked up to the mobile app. So within Trading Spaces Mobile, you can only offer the spaces that you own that are designated by this admin portal. So if I'm a property manager, I can go in here and I can delete existing spot owners if somebody moves out, or I can come to add spot owner and I can actually start adding a new person here. So I could type John Doe, jdoe@email.com, and then here I can just list the spot he owns and click add. It's just that simple. Trading Spaces. Share parking with your neighbors.